Oh, let's get some natural light in here. Makes a difference on our faces. Okay. All right, welcome to Sunday Night Music Scene. Tim and Tony. Tony and Tim.
Yep, back again.
You're wearing a hat.
Yeah.
You don't usually wear hats.
It kind of started like yesterday on my boat.
Holding the hair?
Yeah.
So it doesn't flap and like poke you in the eyes and
Well,
stuff?
it gets a lot of knots in it.
I can see that.
And, I got this beard and I had to like pull it behind my ears, get one of them mullet looks going like, those good old redneck boys. I got, I'm out on Lake Gaston, man. I mean, that's country folk.
Tony Darte.
Darte? What the hell?
Remember in Joe Dirt, he goes, that's Joe Darte.
No.
One of the greatest movies ever made.
Yeah, but I'm better than Joe Dirt, man.
I was watching, for the last 2 nights, I've been watching Punisher Warzone.
I've seen that movie, yeah.
I don't know why I've kept skipping over it, thinking that wouldn't be a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It might be the best out of the bunch.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, I like the original Punisher, but that's still a good movie.
It is a very good movie. Now, of course, I'm still thumbing through Battlestar Galactica. I'm nearing end of season 1.
Well, you got a ways to go.
Well, I've seen it many times, but yeah, I love it.
But it is a good series, man. I thought it was like one of the best sci-fi series I've ever watched. Really. I mean,
hands down.
I like Star Trek, don't get me wrong, but this actually had a real story behind it, and you just wanted to see what was going to happen next.
It's sort of like if they put all the unvaccinated on a spaceship and said, okay, well, you guys go find yourself a new home. Here's 50,000 other, well, it would be more like, here's 85 million others, so go.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
On several spaceships.
Yes.
And you couldn't sleep because every 33 minutes.
You had to jump.
You had to make a faster than light jump. Yep. But I've got this redneck look going on because I ride on a boat that's loud, fast, and when I ride on my boat, it's loaded with women. And so you kind of got to look like one of them good old boys.
He means me in drag.
No, you weren't there.
I'm not drinking anything that is mainstream. You don't see nothing.
So yesterday, I had 3 women on my boat, and guess what? They all had boob jobs. Every one of them.
Okay.
So that just makes it more fun.
Why?
Because when the thing hits waves and it bounces, you get to see boobs move.
So when they got boob jobs, they got the make my boobs bouncy in a boat
It's just my challenge.
You're looking, your boobs aren't moving enough. Oh, wait a minute. Jet ski, wait.
Well, yesterday, I was riding along and we were hitting about 50 miles an hour. We were coming back from Eaton's Ferry Bridge and the water got rougher than what I thought it was going to be out there in that section. And I had trimmed those out drives to the point where the boat was kind of hopping on the front a little bit. Well, I'm riding along. I still had good control. And I mean, it would take a wave really good. It would just hop a little bit more than what was expected. All of a sudden, one of my female passengers in the back seat kicks me in the back because she didn't like it.
Who was that?
Beth.
Ah.
You need to slow this down or I'm ready to get off.
I could see that.
You got a go fast boat, and the thing is, you put women on it. They really don't like to go fast. Some do, most don't.
Women are funny that way. They like to go fast when they want to go fast.
The one thing about it, we had to keep moving because yesterday was so hot.
It was hot.
That you had to have some airflow going. And then, of course, we'd stop, find a place that was fairly low on boat traffic, and take a swim. Then we get back in and roll again.
Here's how hot yesterday was. I was out mowing the back half of my yard, which is about 3/4 of an acre. And I'm just drenched. So I'm like, okay, I'm done with the day. Right? I'm going to go take a shower. Come back out, and I had to tie the pool cover down.
Right.
And I'm moving as slow as I possibly can because I can feel myself within minutes starting to sweat up.
Right.
And then literally just tying some strings, it's just dripping off my nose.
Well, yesterday...
It's crazy.
Early in the morning, I was loading up everything to go to the lake. And I was just sweating, carrying just light stuff out to the vehicle. It had me sweating.
Now, of course, we got our friends over in Australia probably going, "You guys are a bunch of pansies."
Well, yeah, they're used to the heat, man.
You
I
are
mean,
used
it
to
gets
the
hot down under, but yeah, here, when it gets over 90, it works on you, man.
Yesterday it was close to 100.
Yeah, and so, but you know what? No better day than to be on the lake.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, it's funny because I went to the 2 pop-up markets yesterday.
Yes.
I went to the one in Murfreesboro that just started at our music hub, King's Coffee. So if you're a local viewer or listener, check it out. They actually had some really nice crafters. They had a real nice, they had one person selling vegetables and fruits, but it was a nice selection. They didn't get a fish person there yet.
Well, it'll be coming. And then where's the other one in the Hosky?
But see, you know, because it's in the courtyard of King's,
Yeah.
there's very seldom do you get a breeze there.
Well, true. I mean, it's in between buildings, but
I had to leave, and then when I was Thursday night, when I was the Christian band Vintage Cross.
Thursday night?
Friday night.
Yes.
You know, Buddy and them. It was so hot outside that you just didn't even want to be out there.
I can imagine.
It kind of cut the crowd in half.
Yeah, I can imagine. But I'm glad that Dale's doing something. And so our other pop-up market.
Oh, the one in Ahoskie?
Yes.
This will be the second time that they had it, and this is the second time that I went. I got a few pictures. It'll be released a little later on what's happening entertainment.com, the magazine, under the North Carolina page. It looked like the same amount of people, but they were a lot of people were already closing down. Now, it is the time of year. You can't expect people to be sitting out in that kind of heat all day. Though, you know, hopefully, you know, when the weather pattern changes a little bit, they'll actually stay longer because you want to make it at least a good chunk of the day event.
Well, true. I'll tell you where there's another one that's popped up, and I think that they're doing fairly well, is in Welding, the flea market and farmers market, downtown Welding.
Good for them. I mean, this is a new trend, dude.
Yeah, well, Andy Whitby in Welding, he had the building where he's got the flea market in, and of course that's doing well. And he's decided to do an outside.
Wait a minute. Andy owns what?
Downtown.
Is that on that side street where they have all those shops with used?
Yes.
And vintage?
Yes.
I was, Teresa and I went in those. Folks, I know we're really local on you, so for you folks that are far away, but we're talking about things that you probably find in your own hometown, no matter what country you're in. You know, you have a main street that needs help.
Yes.
And what they're doing in Weldon is they're taking over these older buildings and they're packing them with used furniture, collectibles, whatnots.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's making business, and it's actually revitalizing, because we all know that when you have a town, once you start to have many vacant buildings, you start to have a high crime rate.
You do.
There's nothing there, and then these vacant buildings, for some reason, even though these vacant buildings don't have anything going on in them, it just seems to attract crime. These streets seem derelict, and all of a sudden they become dangerous. But Andy Whitman's done a very good job in downtown Weldon. Dale Gray, very proud of Dale for what he's doing at King's.
Yeah. Amy Braswell
with Pop-Up Market in Ahoskie. She's been looking for ways to help grow the area. People are finally deciding, hey, look, it's time to start contributing. And not only do you contribute, there's opportunity here for you to actually make some money. There really is. I mean, when you go do this, if you own the property, yeah, you charge a small fee. It puts revenue back to you. These people don't mind paying this fee to go there and actually be able to sell their goods, their crafts, their produce, fish, anything like that. So you got a win-win situation here. And that's what it's about. I mean, a lot of people say, well, yeah, it don't seem right they're charging you to set up out there to sell your stuff. Well, they own the property. Well, you're using their property. Where else are you going to set up? Do you live on a back street or a back road or something that nobody's going to come down and going to see anything? They're providing you a spot.
They are. I mean, there was somebody at King's that made sun catchers. Sun catchers are very niche, and when done correctly, are beautiful. People love sun catchers.
Yes, they do.
But these people aren't going to pay for a storefront and advertising,
No.
signage, and enough inventory to stock a store and then insurance on it.
True.
When you can set up at an event. And this seems to be the way of the future. And it dawned on me yesterday is, how certain entities in this country, including corporate America, is trying to crush the small business spirit.
They have been doing that.
You can't.
No, you can't.
People that have that kind of mentality to be in business for themselves will find a way, whether it's taking their business and putting it online, or in this case, pop-up markets.
True. Pop-up markets is the way to go.
But a lot of things going on with music. I mean, heck, I caught, well, you're going to see Eric Dunlow live as one of the videos for the show today. I caught him at the Watermelon Festival. Well, you saw the video and the pictures that I was able to capture are amazing because of just the way that the lighting fell. The sun was just starting to go down. You had the lights from the rides of the Watermelon Festival in the background. King's lights. It just, the way that it came down, it's a beautiful shoot.
Oh.
So you'll enjoy that in a little bit. We're going to save Eric for last. And we got a lot of music coming. I was talking with Dave Hastings, who's one of the local karaoke open mic night singers. Great voice, David. You're great. And we were talking about Roanoke Rapids and bringing in music.
Well, yeah, because see, you got an open mic night in Murfreesboro on Thursdays, but in Roanoke Rapids, Elizabeth Robinson at Fairwood Lanes has started doing karaoke, and they're working on modifying their venue there so that they can accommodate live bands. I mean, hell, this month Bill Lyerly's coming. Oh.
Bill Lyerly, you got Chandler James coming.
James will be coming in the near future. They're steadily working to get music there because you have a venue full of people and their business is thriving, and to them, they don't mind adding that little bit of cost to get that band in there when they already have business rolling in there to start with. So they've actually done something great for the Roanoke Valley area. I wish more people would get on board. There are more businesses opening up. Every time I turn around, there's new businesses. John Hegarty, who owns Hegarty Steakhouse, he's actually acquired it's actually a tap room in Halifax called the Game Room. And now he has that open, so you can go there. You can get craft beers there. Right beside the Hen and the Hog, which is a good restaurant there. So you got plenty of places.
I ate there for the first time a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, good place to eat.
You want to hear funny? Hegarty, right?
Yeah, John Hegarty.
Well, we have a artist named Hegarty that we will be playing their video today.
Okay.
Isn't that a weird coincidence?
Yeah. And see, John Hegarty used to be a major league umpire.
Really?
Yes. I mean, this.
Get out of here!
Yeah, this guy, a really nice guy.
Save!
So I've actually, met the guy. He's professional. He's down to earth, and he is in it for quality business. Great steaks when you go to this place. I'm telling you, support your local places. You can go to these chains all you want to and say, "Yeah, we went to Logan's, we went to Applebee's." You know what?
I don't go to any of those places.
That's big corporate America trying to push out your jewels that you find down Main Street America, where you go there and or even a back street. I mean, a lot of these restaurants are on a back street, but you find somebody who really, really puts pride and quality into what they serve. They want you to come back. They want to have, that's their dream. They want this to thrive. They want to see people in there happy, smiling, eating, returning. That's what you got to do. Forget corporate America. Those brand names are going to always be out there, whether it's Logan's, whether it's Texas Roadhouse, whether it's Applebee's, whether it's Starbucks, whether it's Chick-fil-A, any of that stuff. No. Go find your small town places. Chances are you can find a coffee shop that will make you a better drink than Starbucks can.
I mean, in all honesty, rural America like ours, we'd be better off without corporate businesses.
We would be.
Because then there would be more mom and pop shops, businesses open on our main streets. Our small towns would thrive.
They would, and you'd have the return of the small town hardware stores.
Yep.
You'd have the return of the small town car dealerships even. You would have returns of the small town furniture stores.
Little appliance shops,
Appliance shops where they even work on your appliances there.
Mm-hmm. Electronic shop.
Those things are what's missing. You don't hear of a TV repairman anymore. It plays out, you throw it away, you get another. I really don't like that. Walmart, you go there, people just roll in and out of Walmart blindly saying, yeah, I can just go there and get it cheap. I can go there, I can get it cheap. I can go. Butcher shops. Butcher shops, man, are what really need to be around. I love a great butcher shop.
Well, we have a great one here. And by the way, folks, we're not going to be playing commercials through our shows anymore. We're just going to talk a little bit about a business instead of you hearing their commercial. And the reason I thought we would do that is because our small businesses all across this country need help.
They do.
So talking about them, we can play a radio spot for a client, and it's just a radio spot. But when we talk about a client, it's not like in the corporate world where, an advertiser's on a show and you know nothing about them.
True.
I know all my business clients by name. I know their kids. I pet their dogs. I know these people.
That's what you do. It's called building a great relationship, and you build friendships with these people. And when you go do business with these people, it means so much. It means so much for both of you, because when you live in small town America and you go and you do business with these people, they're your neighbors, they're your friends. You get quality service like that. You could go to some big corporate chain, Walmart, for example. Yeah, they've got a deli. They sell steak. Do you know these people? Do they even care whether you're satisfied with your purchase? They don't. If you don't, you take it to customer service. Oh, they throw it away, which is wasteful. They throw it away, and then they take and turn around and say, do you want a refund or do you want to exchange it? That's all they do. If you're in a butcher shop in small town America, there's no waste.
All right, well, let's give a plug to one of our sponsors, Godwin's Country Meats in
Gina!
You walk in there and you got the owner waiting on you.
Yes, Gina has been very adamant of running that family business and doing a great job of it.
So if you need meat, take those extra few minutes, get that customized taste and service that you only get at your local butcher shop. So Godwin's Country Meats in Ahoskie, great place. I'm in there every week getting pictures. They have hard to find food items that I have never heard of before.
Exactly. And they're a little off the beaten path, but hey, you know what? Take an adventure. Go find them.
People
Signs
arrive there on buses.
Yes.
From Maryland.
Yes.
It's crazy. But you go, Gina. All right, one more mention, and then we're going to talk some music. I'm just going to go in order. Liberty Coins in downtown Franklin, Virginia. Warren, great man, great person. You can go in there. If you need money, he'll pay more than pawn shops always for like gold, broken jewelry, old-fashioned jewelry, sports cards. You name it, he'll buy it.
Man.
Yep. And if you need to buy a gift and you want something that your significant other or that special someone is not going to find anywhere in a box chain, he's got it.
That's right. Our own pawn store right there, without the arrogance of the pawn stores in Vegas.
That's exactly right. All right, let's get some music. It's funny. The next song and video called Crawl, from a beautiful woman that we have both come to consider friends online, Chantell Alexi.
Ah, yes, Chantell. She is a beautiful woman, very great voice, very friendly person. Had the privilege of communicating with her online.
But don't piss her off.
Oh, don't piss any woman off.
This song, Crawl, let me tell you something. I've got to watch it again. I watched it in a hurry because, by the time I got it, and the funny part is Jonesy sent me her video at the same time she did.
Well, hey, look.
And I'm like, okay.
There.
Well, she's in a fight with somebody in a car. He's hurting her feelings. He's obviously mean and maybe even abusive. She kicks him out of the car in the desert and just takes off, finds a bar, dresses a little sexy, and is sitting at the bar, singing and reminiscing, and I don't know if the video portrays it as this is what is happening to him or this is what she wishes was happening to him. But he's struggling, the heat, he's falling down, and then it closes out with a rattlesnake closing in it on him.
Well, hey, look.
And he's got that little smile like, I don't know.
That goes to show you. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
That's right. So without further ado, here is Crawl from Chantell Alexi.
It's the business, babe. It's what it's like. You want to get ahead, don't you?
Yeah, but
Then there's things to do. No? Undo a button. Shorten the skirt a bit. Help people out. Oh, don't be so offended. Women, I'm taking a leak.
cruel like a turtle in the desert, slow-paced and grounded to the floor. I'm like the eagle so above you, you can't control me anymore.
You come crawling back.
Get down on your knees and crawl. You tried to be just like the rattlesnake, venomous and much faster than I. This time you moved a little too slowly, and I have passed you by. Get down on your knees and crawl. 'Cause you can't control me anymore. Tame the devil residing in your dark soul. I've seen him hidden in your core. Don't be fooled by my passing kindness. You can't control me anymore. Get down on your knees and crawl. 'Cause you can't control me anymore. I will never show you any mercy. You never offered me that before. You're as callous as the wild coyote, but you can't control me anymore. Get down on your knees and crawl. 'Cause you can't control me anymore. See the feather blowing in the wind now. See it drifting further from your view. This song is not about another heartbreak. No, this one is all on you. Get down on your knees and crawl. 'Cause you can't control me anymore. Get down on your knees and crawl. 'Cause you
All right, we're back. So crawl, baby, crawl. You crawl.
Exactly. Don't ever make her mad.
No, Chantell, we love you. Okay.
I tell you what's so cool is when I spoke to her, she talked about her significant other is also a Freemason, as I am.
Well, it could just be a script out of a video.
Well, I'm sure it's scripted.
It's not like Alanis Morissette with what was a jagged pill.
A jagged little pill.
Do you think of me when you bleep her?
Yeah.
No, I think of myself actually.
Alanis Morissette, I don't know, she was a little weird, but she had some good points, like that song Ironic.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one line from it. It says, it was about the guy that had been afraid to fly his whole life.
Isn't it ironic?
And as the plane goes down, he's like thinking, isn't this nice? Yeah, so, I mean, isn't it ironic? I mean, a lot of that song had kind of like dramatic irony in it, and I was like, wow. Yeah.
She's got a lot of passion in her songs.
She does.
That's like that one song is just pure angst. It's a revenge song.
Well, and if you listen to a lot of female artists, they have those revenge songs. And honestly, I think that there are a lot of these songs. Now, you get good songwriters that they can write and add something to it, and they can think of scenarios. But a lot of times, if you take a look, at some point, it's a good possibility that these artists have experienced this in their life.
I'm sure they have.
And so they turn around and they're thinking, I'm going to actually put this out there in a song, my experience, here goes, and you can actually feel it from them. It's a very powerful message. Like I said, though, you're out in the middle of the desert, don't piss a woman off, because these days, you know what? Women can take care of themselves, man.
Especially if it's her car and she's driving.
Exactly. She's going to just push your ass out that passenger door and she's going to ride on. And she's not going to care what happens to you because you screwed up.
It happens. It happens.
Yep. So, very good video from you, Chantell. Thank you for that.
I wanted to talk about something I saw in the news. Of course, we could go all day, complaining and whining and yelling and screaming because we're patriots. We're Patriot-owned. We're Patriot personalities. We're Patriots.
Patriots, man. America.
But before I tell you what irritated me that I saw, I want to tell you our new motto. Here's the new motto as I wrote it. Don't believe the bullshit believe the bullshit if you want. But actually, patriots are everything that's good about America is found in a patriot.
Yes,
Hard
everything.
work, achievement, understanding, embracing, acceptance.
Courage.
Yeah.
Everything. Stand up for your country, defend it no matter what. That's what America's all about.
So, so just keep that in mind. I mean, we really don't have any liberal listeners. I think we got all the thumbs down that we're going to get from our accidental liberal listeners.
Well, they can just crawl into a hole. I tell you, man, when it comes to my vision of America, all right, think about this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about this event that's coming up. September 5th, which is my birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
On beautiful Lake Gaston here in North Carolina, Lake-a-Palooza. Okay, Eric Dunlow will be performing on a barge at just a big sandbar that they call Wobble Island. Boats, beer, bikinis, big time. Country music from Eric Dunlow.
You said bikinis?
Bikinis, dude.
Oh, I mean, okay, whatever, bikinis.
On women, not you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. That's cool.
Because if I don't tell you, you'll show up in one with the damn wig on. So while you're thinking about that visual, I'm telling you, that's what America to me. Because you think about it, you got some guy there, you got a big party going on, everybody's having a good time, everybody is there, just everybody's friends. That's what America's about right there. It's none of this, I'm offended because of something that might be in that song. I'm offended because that boat burns so much gasoline, it's bad for the environment. I'm offended because bikinis are sexist. No, hell no. America right there. I'm telling you, loud music, loud badass boats, beer, bikinis, sun. That's what it's all about, man. That's what we do in the summertime around here, and that's what we want people to understand is how much fun it is to us.
All right, so now I got two topics that I want to talk about. One is nobody likes hypocrisy.
No.
It's part of the human trait that you just don't. You can be a hypocrite yourself, but you don't like hypocrisy.
True.
And that goes for any label. I wouldn't say he was my idol because I never leaned towards people that much. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But I looked up to Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day. He got this little frame into working out. Now I'm nowhere near as big and muscular as I used to be.
Well, a lot of people did because, Arnold Schwarzenegger was always...
larger than life.
The guy was like body art, man. The guy, he worked on his physique like no other I've ever seen. And then when you saw him in movies, Arnold was the hero, man.
Mm-hmm.
Except, Terminator, he was, the bad guy.
But he was still the hero in a way.
But he was still badass. And then you turn around, the first movie, he was the bad guy. Then he turns around and becomes the hero.
I want to be the good guy.
And so when
like
you saw this guy, Arnold was Conan, man. He was Conan. There's only one other guy that actually was able to pull that off, and he never compares to the same, even though I give him props, Jason Momoa. But Arnold was Conan.
That Conan movie with Momoa was horrible. It was a horrible movie. Nothing against Momoa. It was a horrible movie.
It wasn't nowhere what the original should be.
It's sort of like Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
The Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that sucked.
It was literally probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
It was. I didn't like Birds of Prey, but to see Arnold and see him in movies like Predator.
Mm-hmm.
This guy,
even
Commando.
Twins.
Yeah, Twins was hilarious.
Yeah, the complete opposite.
Kindergarten Cop. This guy, you enjoyed watching him act, and I still, even in the Expendables, he comes through, and you still like to see some of the stuff he does. But his hypocrisy.
It's crazy. You saw the video that's gone viral, him telling us that we're not Americans if we don't mask or get the vaccine. And then 2 days later, somebody gets a clip of him pulling up. And now he's also he's for environment. He's into the new Green Deal. He's telling you should get vaccinated. Yet he pulls up in a public lot. I think it was probably a strip mall or store or whatever. Gets out of his 5 mile per gallon Humvee, jumping on a cigarette, walking in, walking, no mask.
Yeah, Hypocrite right there, man.
I don't watch Arnold anymore. In fact, Predator just hit Tubi, and I'm like, nope, skip.
So
not doing it.
Yeah, you can't just go out there and be a hypocrite. I'm sorry, it's not. If you're for the new Green Deal, go buy your Prius. Don't drive a Hummer.
You're still using fossil fuels to charge it. Just know that.
Well, the thing is a Prius, actually, you have to put gasoline in the thing for it to run. Even if you have a totally electric car, at some point, depending on where you're at, you're going to have fossil fuels. Now, I tell you what, you can talk about the environment and renewable energy all you want to. Here in North Carolina, in this part, guess what? We live on renewable energy. It's called hydroelectric. As long as the water flows, we've got energy, man.
Oh, that sounds like a song. Long as the water flows, we've got
it probably does. It's probably in a song lyric somewhere.
Garth Brooks, most likely. All right, my second rant. Okay, this is American Express. Okay, out of any business, corporation, entity you could possibly think of, a credit card company like American Express is the epitome of capitalism.
Yes,
because they're making money while you're
spending money.
Right. They hate capitalism. Capitalism is racist. So you're basically saying you're racist and you should just disband the whole company and be good. Come on!
I'm pondering.
Oh, I thought there was a fly in here.
No, I'm pondering.
Pondering?
Yeah.
I'm pondering. Well, you ponder.
This has been a good point of the video where it's like, you should have a cloud drifting over my head. It's empty because I can't think of anything to possibly say about that other than, it's damn stupid!
You know what's damn stupid is if somebody reads that and goes, you know what, they're right. Okay, so what are you going to do about it? You know, in essence, if you follow the social path that these corporations are painting for us, you wouldn't really buy from those companies.
No, and I tell you what's even worse is when you're an employee of a big corporation, whereas they're owners and they're higher management.
Oh, no, you can't use the word owner. No, that's politically incorrect.
We're not politically correct here, so I'm going
That's right!
So anyway, their owners, they've got this attitude, yeah, you worked so hard, you were so dedicated that I was able to buy a brand new Ferrari. And guess what? You're going to work hard again, and I'm going to buy a new one next year. Let me tell you what, when you work for a big company and you see their owners, you put forth every effort in trying to get ahead, but then they just want to pat you on the back and think, oh, I'm not talking about just doing what your job required. I'm talking about going beyond that. I'm talking about really putting forth effort and really, really stepping up.
I wonder if it's really like that anymore.
The problem is that they think, oh, you did such a good job, we're going to give you a pat on the back. You made them more money, but they don't want to give you a damn raise. So at the same time, you're thinking, why? The problem is if you are a big corporate owner, or even if you're in just a localized level and you've got several employees and you're sitting there, you're raking and putting more and more in your pockets, and yet all you want to do is just say, yeah, they did a good job. Let me tell them that they did a good job and that they're doing a fine job. And these people are really killing themselves for you, but yet you don't want to do any more for them financially. You got a problem, because after a while, these people are going to stop giving you that effort. They're going to stop giving you 200%, and they're going to go back to the 100%, and you're going to wonder what happened. In order for a business to thrive, your employees give you 200%. That's a thriving business. When they give you 100%, that's a business that's just maintaining.
All right, let's talk about an industry where their employees have to give 110% because it's part of the job description. And then I'm going to coordinate it with the fact Friday. See, I got it myself. I get this a lot for my allergies. I'll get an ear infection. I was using drops, not working. It's Friday, I think 11 in the morning. I call over to my local health center. This isn't one doctor, little office. Okay, this isn't a hospital. It's a big center. I call. The phones are as if they're closed. Can't get to anybody. They're saying they're closed. So I had to go to a hospital anyway. Went over to the theater and was working on the set. So I said, okay, I'm going to stop by and say, okay, listen, your phone thing says you're closed. They were. A huge medical center was closed on a Friday. Well, do you remember that, I don't know if you saw it, but in Durham, North Carolina, was a giant protest of North Carolina healthcare workers. Did you see the videos?
No.
There wasn't 5 there. There had to have been tens of thousands of people there. It was the size of a Trump rally or bigger. So it dawned on me, if they had walkouts because of the mandate and those people went to the protest, that's why they were probably closed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm a rocket scientist. Yeah, I put water in it. It's the pressure. I plaque it and it shoots in the air.
Okay.
Huh? Anyway, let's play some music. A performer called Hegarty.
Hegarty.
And his song and video, Cloud Walker.
I can't be tried with such elaborated virtues. How could we hope for something more? Not all is as it seems. Believing this we can be sure. I took a walk among the clouds. I don't know how. I never was a spur of thought to once look down. If I'm dreaming, leave me sleeping, don't wake me now. What can I say? I'm miles away. I wait here for you. I wait here for you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Woo!
All right, we're back. You know what I like about that video? It was just down to earth. It was the band. They were using, multi-angles. They were using like little squares, and they were on the side of what could have been like a riverbank.
That's nice. Very good cinematography there.
Yep, down to earth. Good song. So thank you guys for allowing us to feature the video.
I tell you, I enjoy watching something that's shot with great cinematography. If you take a look, there's several directors out there and writers who have a great filming style. Guy Ritchie. You know are you familiar with who I'm talking about?
No, I just know the name.
Okay, well, have you ever seen
No.
the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr.?
No.
You need to watch those.
Okay.
And
Right after Trailer Park Boys, I'm on it.
yeah. Well,
After Battlestar Galactica, 6 seasons, I'm on it.
Well, I'm telling you, Sherlock Holmes and then Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows. Very, very well shot. The way he does the filming in this is just awesome. And then, of course, he directed another one called King Arthur: Legend of the Sword. I love the way he films these movies. It's like he really tries to put it as it would be in that time. Not something that's modern, trying to take modernized things and make them look like that they were back in whatever era they were supposed to be. It really looks authentic. So
That's good. Yeah, no, it makes a big difference. And, I'm trying to explain to Robert, he mentioned to me about music behind the show. And I started talking to him. Now, he's only 8 years old, but I told him that, the music, the soundtrack, can make or break a movie.
yes.
It can make you feel anxious. It can scare you. It can make you laugh. There's so many little factors that are put into a really good movie.
Now, I'll tell you what, some of these people that orchestrate these soundtracks, I'll tell you, you talk about genius.
Yeah, like John Williams.
Yes.
Great composer, soundtrack composer.
Howard Shore.
Now look at what Die Hard was that? Where they were the Die Hard movie where they were robbing Fort Knox.
Oh no, they weren't robbing Fort Knox. They were taking the gold out of the vaults in New York City.
That's what it was.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
That movie
Hey,
didn't.
Samuel Jackson then.
Yeah, it just didn't work for me. The movie because they kept having those drums constantly, not just once, not just twice, for minutes and upon minutes. I hated it. I hate that movie because of that. What are you gonna do?
Well, then you just hate the movie.
I do.
Yeah.
I do love me some Bruce Willis, so it doesn't piss me off in any way, shape, or form. All right, let's give another shout out to our sponsors, Wholesale Cash and Carry on Memorial Drive in Ahoskie. You can go in there and buy quick grab stuff. You can buy the big bulk items in there that you drive an hour and get in a crowded parking lot and then wait a half hour in line to check
Exactly.
out. You can go
You can
pull
stock
right
up.
in. Yep. You can buy bulk party and event supplies, concession supplies. You can buy anything from your cigarettes to your sodas there. And you're in and you're out.
You
Real
are.
simple.
Yes.
All right, let's also one more. Mike's Auto Body Shop in Ahoskie is a great body shop. No job too big or small. They do insurance claims. If you got a little scratch in your bumper, they'll take care of you. Honest, free estimates. Mike's Auto Body Shop in Ahoskie. You know what I feel like when I'm doing this? Because I just did his movement. Dan Bongino.
Ha!
Because that's what he does. He doesn't play the commercials he talks about.
Right.
He talks about his sponsors and he goes like this. And I just caught myself doing that. That's right, man. I don't want to scare you, but the world's coming to an end.
We're going to both be doing that before it's over with.
I love me some Bongino, though. Thank you, Dan Bongino, if you happen to be
Bongino.
watching this show. Thank you for being who you are. Because he is a true patriot.
I like
Not afraid to be out there. He YouTube was censoring, so he created Rumble. PayPal is a horrible entity, and he has a hand in creating a new platform for being able to replace PayPal.
Well, I hope so, because the whole thing is these big platforms that people have gotten to use, and all of a sudden, these platforms that want to start picking sides. No. Got to be fair.
All right, you want to talk fair? I came across a video snippet, in my searching, and I saw a thing from a show called Grown-ish. Are you familiar with it?
Grown-ish. I believe I've heard of it.
It is a spin-off from the show Blackish.
Blackish.
Now I watch Blackish. I like I don't think it's a really good show, not because of content, just the way it's written and performed. It's an okay show. It doesn't offend me, doesn't bother me. I don't care. It's just like, white people watched the Huxtables and black people watched, the Partridge Family. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Good's good. This spin-off is so... I saw a video of a white girl and two black girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're friends. They met in, college, and it's, they've been in college for years with each other. They're good friends. The white girl, Jewish, because they play up the Jewish part, she goes with them to their protests. Now, the protests, I'm sorry, are so over the top, you can't buy any of it. It's not really how things go down. And their white friend, they sit to have a conversation with her about why she's not seeing black people fully. I got news for you. I don't see people in my family fully. Why do I have to fully see a black person or a white person or a yellow person or a green person? Why are you trying to make me do that? Now, they offended this girl where she walked out. She goes, you know what? No, I don't need this. I protest with you. I love you. I embrace you. And I'm looking at the comments, and they're like, I don't get it. She doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it. So to be fair, I actually sat down for research and pulled up the first episode of Grownish to get acclimated to it. And I pulled up the last one 4 years later from the one where they pulled the video clip from.
Right.
Let me tell you something. If this is what's helping indoctrinate our children, they are way off base, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not looking to offend people, but I looked at it with an open mind and the mind of the middle, a mind of a patriot. Patriots are accepting. Why? Because there's all colors of patriots.
All colors.
It's that side and that side that make it about race. We in the middle are like, huh?
Yeah, well, like, what the hell are you guys doing?
So, Grownish, open mind, watched it, thumbs down, not going to get it, don't want to get it, and don't get it. And there you have it. Film at 11.
Oh, we don't have it.
All right, so I was telling you now, folks.
We got a kitty at our stand.
Oh, God darn it. Let's play some music.
Yeah.
Here's Eric Dunlow live from the Watermelon Festival last weekend in Murfreesboro, North Carolina.
I saw the light, I've been baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. Born to love again, I'm a brand new man. Well, one town's talking about the line I walk, it leads right to your door. How I used to roam. I was a rolling stone. I used to love a man with more. I'd brag about my freedom. Now no one can tie me down. Then I met you. Now my heart beats true. Oh, I saw the light. I've been baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. Born to love again. I'm a brand new man. I used to hollow outside, yeah, they said a country mile wide. I burned those spirit joints down. It's all changed now. Turn my life around. Baby, you and me together feels all like forever. Anything I've ever known, right on track. I ain't looking back. Oh, I saw the light. I've been baptized by the fire in your touch and the flames in your eyes. Born to love again. I'm a brand new man. This was you there. She calls me to life and I'll wear the David mask. I guess the storms are coming too fast for her now. And I'd like to believe this nervousness will pass. Now the storms are building up a wall. I have become cumbersome to this world. I have become cumbersome to my girl. And I'd like to believe we can reconcile the past, resurrect those bridges with an ancient glare. My old stone face can't seem to bring her down. She remembers the bridges and burns them to the ground. I have become cumbersome to this world. I have become cumbersome to my girl. Too heavy, too light, too bucket, too wide, too wrong, too right, the day or the night. Cumbersome. Too rich or too poor, she's wanting me less and I'm wanting more. The bitter taste is coming still. No, yeah, no, oh, yeah. No, oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Casper on the guitar. You know, for one time I get to feel like Lucas. One time I'm doing a rock song, I actually do it pretty good. Are you proud of me? Thanks. I'm glad Lucas is proud of me. There is a balance between two worlds, one with an arrow and a cross. Regardless of
back. So that was the Eric Dunlow band that I captured when I was at King's Coffee, which
I was
is
there
our.
too.
Oh, that's right. You were there. I'm
Yes, I
sorry.
was
You were
there
hiding
too.
in the corner.
Yeah.
Everyone puts Tony in the corner.
Well, it wasn't so bad. I was like hanging out over there with some women, a brunette and a redhead.
Girls in bikinis, boys in surfboards. Or is it?
I don't do boys in surfboards.
Oh, it's boys in bikinis, girls in surfboards.
No boys in bikinis.
No, that's the Rock Lobster from the B-52s.
Well,
That's the line from the
okay.
song.
Girls in bikinis and boats, beer, and loud music.
Get out of here with that burping. Whew, dog, it smells like feet.
Yeah, it does actually. Thank you for that.
Too funny. All right, so let's give you a little bit of a community update, folks. The Gallery Theater, if we are able to, will be reopening its show season November 12th when The Odd Couple, that I'm directing and Tony is in the cast,
Yes.
opens. That will run the last 2 weekends.
I think this time we're just going to open.
I'm for that, because if they lock us down, I'm pretty much had enough. Or they're telling you that you have to have a mask on stage to perform.
No.
Our cast isn't going to do it.
No.
Even if I wanted to, I'm not going to do it.
No.
You know what? You make us wear masks on the stage of the community theater, we're going to just be wearing masks and nothing else.
Okay.
It will be the old cup cowda.
And you can't prove who was nude on stage because their faces are covered.
That's right. Do they have, maybe they have groin recognition?
I doubt it.
It's Tim.
I doubt it.
Probably not. I don't know. It aggravates me because we've experienced anyway, when you try to keep something alive, like the Gallery Theater, and they go, "Ploop, you're done. Flump, you're done." And they're leading up to it again.
Well, they're leading up to it, and they're already talking about another round of stimulus checks, which it is you already got people sitting out there collecting unemployment. They figured out a way to keep the system working in their favor so that they can sit home. And then I tell you what gets me, is I found out I tell you why you can't find too many people to work. There are platforms online. I've discovered this. TikTok being one of them. These idiots are making money by just doing stupid videos. There was a guy on there a fat guy that made a lot of noise, and then he bit a pickle. 300 million people have watched it.
Come on! You know what? I'm going to bite a pickle. And I'm going to film it, and we'll see how we do.
I mean, this just acting stupid, and these people are getting paid. They're getting paid handsomely to sit there and do dumb videos on YouTube and TikTok.
There is a show that...
and then the rest of the world can't find workers because that's where everybody's gone. And
you're on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok. And I can tell you that TikTok shows how dumb humanity has become.
The boys, the grandchildren, one is 3 years old, one is 8 years old. So
dear God, don't let them watch TikTok.
They don't. In fact, they don't have access to most things that some of the children are out there watching. They're not watching Disney. We don't have Netflix. You're going nowhere near the kids channel. Sorry, but you're trying to sexualize our children and convert them when they don't even understand the difference between male or female, let alone you're trying to convert them into what? And then you want to put masks on children for 8 hours and convince us that works when children can't keep their mask on. They'll be like this, it'll fall off, they'll lose it. So-and-so will run over and grab it and they'll be throwing it around. But these shows, because of the difference in their age, right? There's 3 shows that they mainly watch. The little one likes a show called Vlad and Nikki. There's a mutual show so they don't fight called Jillian and Addie.
Okay.
And then Robert, if he can watch TV without his brother, he's the older one, he'll watch Likey Box. It's like a video game thing.
Okay.
Vlad and Nikki, okay, they have so many millions upon millions of viewers for each of their show. And it's just, they film it in their house. It's mom chasing kids, they're playing, they're doing stupid stuff. They do a little stupid meme or graphic GIF or a thing there, and boom. These people own a Land Rover, a Lamborghini, a $500,000 house, a boat. They have toys that the kids play with that are more than the cars that I drive.
Yeah.
And it's from that.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately,
like,
that is where America's going to. That's why these big corporate giants like Google make so much. And every time that somebody pays in to TikTok because they're watching some girl shake her boobs or shake her butt, part of your money is going to fund China.
Yeah.
Because that person on there might get their cut of it, but all that other money is going to fund China.
There's, Jonesy, welcome back, Jonesy. Jonesy hightailed it out of his territory because he had some things to do.
Right.
And and he had to get out of there. In fact, it's sort of escape. You could use the word escape because he was going to get locked down if he didn't leave.
Right.
So he's back. I don't think the lockdowns are done. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think he accomplished what he needed. By the way, he sent me a slew of new music.
Cool.
But you take Jonesy and people in other countries, they're experiencing the same thing we are.
They are.
These I don't even know what I would call them protests. You can call them protests, but they're such en masse that they're really not protests anymore. They're happening in France and Italy, Europe, and America. People do not want the vaccine.
They don't want the vaccine. They don't want to be locked down. And I'm going to tell you what, they actually use American chants when they protest.
They
so
do.
They look to us.
They do look to us because
freedom.
we have had people reach out and say, and I've seen comments like, we don't want America to fall because we will.
Yeah.
And I don't like to, it's okay, I guess. We've been the protector of the world for a long time now, but, you need to be on our side too. But there's word in Virginia that they're going to restrict travel into the state soon. And they're going to do it with the non-vaccinated.
Good luck doing that on the south side of that state.
Well, here's my thinking, right? How are they going to do that? Are they going to set up checkpoints where you're driving, they're like, let me see your vaccination card, or you can't get
I got
in?
a better question. Where are they going to get the officers, particularly on the south side of Virginia? Because I know for a fact, I know several officers that are over there. There are people just like us.
Yep.
They're no different than
Yep.
us. That's just they're doing their job. But they have said that when it comes down, they're mandated to get that vaccine, and they are mandated to start intruding on people's constitutional liberties. They quit. They said they're going to quit.
It's a scary process. Say, like, let's take a town like Franklin. Franklin, Virginia, folks, for you folks that are farther away. It's a population, I believe, of around, 6,000, 7,000?
It may be upwards of 10. Franklin's pretty big.
But in Franklin, you don't have a lot of options outside, for shopping outside of your corporate entities.
You don't.
So if those corporate entities say you can't come in and you can't buy cold medicine because you're trying to buy it in a drugstore, you go try to walk into a grocery store and they say, sorry, you can't come in. What is going to happen?
Those businesses are going to shut down.
No, but it's going to be more severe than that. What is going to happen when people can't feed themselves because they can't get to the supplies?
It's going to turn nasty.
It's going to turn very nasty.
Because you have patriots who have guns.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but
Well, I've said it before. I hope it doesn't either, but I'm telling you what, it may need to. Honestly, it may need to come to where the majority of the citizens we've had enough. We have had enough of this leftist controlling bullshit. And it may come to the point where we have to stand up and say, look, enough is enough. We come in and say, all right, time for you to go. I'm talking about just go. Get out of our government, get out of our businesses, get out of our lives, get out of our goddamn country. That's it.
I mean, the country's already dividing. I mean, of course, you're talking about the complete migration of a whole country, moving, or people moving to areas that support their ideology. It will take a decade.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, what do you do with, well, let's face it, we know and are friends with Democrats, Libertarians, unaffiliated, independents, and conservatives.
Yes.
We're not really friends with anybody that's liberal that I'm aware of.
I'm not friends with anybody that's liberal.
So how do you do this? How do you say, okay, well, there is a company called Patriot Supply. I heard them advertised, I think it was on 106 on the Fox. And they're letting people know, and we've talked about this, you're going to have to, as an entity, you're going to have to define yourself as a Patriot company or a liberal company.
Exactly.
And when I say Patriot company, you're all, well, I'm a Democrat. If you're not liberal and you love this country and you believe in work and you believe in taking care of yourself and your family and not having somebody else do those things for you, you're a patriot. You just don't realize it.
It's true.
So, you have all these people, which roughly 80% of the population, if not more, and then you have your, let's say, 20%. How do we do this? So, you stay in New York, that's yours. You stay in Washington State, you can have the whole state. Go ahead, have it. I don't know what the answer is. All I know is that
California too.
Oh, California, that's the place you don't want to be. Jed said, move the kinfolk way out of there. North Carolina is the place you ought to be.
You actually need to fence off Chicago and keep the rest of Illinois separate. Because Illinois is a Midwestern state that has a vast agricultural business. Problem is Chicago controls all of the political dealings with the state of Illinois.
I know. It's folks, I'm so sorry that we're a little bit on more fun topics, but this is in the minds
Just
of
like
hearts.
Boulder controls all of Colorado.
We're talking about things that are bothering us.
Yes.
And that means they're probably bothering you. So we apologize for music scene being a little bit, I don't know.
It's just the nature of everything these days. You can't watch anything without it, and we've got an opinion too.
Well, here's the thing, right? Your local newspapers, local small-time newspapers, your local small-time radio stations, your local small-time TV stations, those are the only shot that we have at having our voices heard because mainstream goes in a different direction.
True.
So what happens when your local newspaper is circumventing everything? They're not picking a side. I know that used to be the way in business. Oh, you don't pick a side. You have to pick a side now. And we need our local voices heard through our local radio stations. You hear Patriot thinking on our shows. So people out there, you need to write, you need to talk, you need to get the message out there. Especially like the word patriot. You got people like Matt Damon, who spent some time researching a role for an upcoming role he has as playing a Trumpster. So he spent time and lived with conservatives. And you would think he had an epiphany. Wow, they're actually good people. They're not monsters. No, duh!
Yeah.
So you got people that fully believe that people like us in middle America are monsters.
Believe what you want to. You taking rubbish wrong, we can be.
We are the good parts of America.
We are the good parts of America. It's just we're not going to be good to you when you get in our face.
We're not going to take it.
Exactly.
So anyway, we spewed our rant load all over the video. So, God, that came out weird. That's not what I meant.
It did come out weird.
You know what it was? I didn't mean it to be dirty in that instance. I was actually.
I think you did.
I'm tired of people telling me what I'm thinking.
Why? Because it's true.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I admit to it. I'm man enough, or whatever. Pancreatitis face. So anyway, an update. Now the Gallery Theater, let's finish that.
Yeah.
Glass Menagerie, February. Bedroom Farce, April.
That's right. Me and Norman Askew are directing Bedroom Farce.
Go to the Gallery Theater at Hosky.com. You can buy tickets right online. I updated it all so you can buy for the entire season, or you can buy individually for show tickets. Don't forget, people out there, if you're now demographically restricted, if you're in Northeast North Carolina, Southern Virginia, and you have an event going on that we don't know about, get us the event. We'll talk about it. We'll put it on the magazine. We'll help share it around. We are community. All right, so what else we got? I guess we're out of time, out of dime. And we played all our videos, so we have nothing to leave you with except our beautiful smiling faces.
That's it.
Remember, we get mad just like you get mad.
We do.
But inside our hearts, just like inside your hearts, are good people. We're just fed up.
That's right.
We love you. Peace out.
Later.